Your reaction to this point?
Well, I want to first focus on the task ahead. And what's most important is Antigua and Barbuda and nation development. And that should always come first in whatever we decide to do as politicians. Presently, I was given a very huge task by the Prime Minister, which I'm very grateful, and I know the people of All Saints West and the people of Antigua and Barbuda would be grateful for the positions of the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Fisheries, and the Blue Economy. So at this time, my task will be to ensure food security for the nation, something that I take daily. I am deeply committed, and I am, sincerely going to work to do my very best to achieve for first, the people of Antigua and Barbuda and the constituency of All Saints West. And I know at this time that persons will be still hurt. Some persons will be hurt that I would have decided to withdraw my allegiance from the United Progressive Party, and I can understand. And so I understand persons will be hurt at this moment. But what I want persons to understand is that the people of All Saints West, they elected me to serve and they elected me to lead. And I know that, as I said, persons would be hurt, but this is an opportunity driven to serve the people of All Saints West and the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And again, nation building comes before all the partisan politics that we see on the ground and we hear all the time. And again, I am very appreciative that the Prime Minister would have placed his trust in me as an independent member of the House. And it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to the people of All Saints West. And again, just to help persons to understand the process that, while some persons you would start to hear that they would be saying that I went over and I switched to the side of the government. In fact, I'm still serving as an independent member of the House, and again, very appreciative of the accommodations made by the government and the faith placed in the Prime Minister to me that I can serve the people and I can serve this country.
Right. Talk to us. You said in your letter of resignation from the UPP that decision was not taken lightly, but it would have been almost impossible, essentially, to have a reconciliation between your values, what you stand for, and the direction of the party. Let's talk to me about that, please.
Yeah. So I first want to say that my mantra still stands and who I am still intact. When I decided to enter into politics, I always say it was for the love of people. For the love of people and for the love of my constituency and for the love of country. It was not a decision taken lightly. I would have expressed certain things in my letter. And, for quite some time, back and forth, I was battling with what would be the best decision for first the constituency of All Saints West and by extension the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And what would have transpired, I felt really unwanted. So much more that, I could say, but I prefer not to at this time. And I know, there would be a lot of requests for me to come and speak, but I will certainly make myself fully available to the media, to you there at ABS, and we can certainly, go over things when the time is right. But, I allowed what I had to say in the letter, and I hope that persons at this time take the opportunity to really read it and not just go off of what someone is saying, but understand again that the reason for this transition as an independent candidate and this accommodation by the government was to serve the constituency of All Saints West and the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Nation development comes before anything.
A final question, Minister Smith. And by the way, get used to people calling you Minister Smith. Let's talk about the plans that you have for your ministry. By the way, even before that, how does it feel to become the first independent MP in the country? So you're historic, you're history making, you're a pioneer. How does it feel to be that?
I really feel good about it. I must say that I have had an overwhelming of support from constituents, from family, from friends, just people around Antigua and Barbuda. I've been getting calls all yesterday, all this morning, and it was more so calls of encouragement. Persons saying to me that they're standing with me, and it really made me feel loved. And for me, it helped me a lot to vindicate my decision that I'm making the right step again to serve the people of All Saints West and the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And I will say to you, since I've been elected as a parliamentarian, in fact, people have been calling me minister for a very long time. So I am happy to be here, and I'm happy to serve, and I'm deeply again committed to the country and my constituency.
A final question, because I know that you have to run, because there are many more pictures to be taken, many more pictures for posterity. You mentioned some of the plans for agriculture, food security, and so on. The blue economy is another crucial part of your ministry, so you'll be responsible for the sustainable development goals. So the Vision 2030 to ensure that small island developing states. Recently, the country just hosted the SIDS conference. The plans for the blue economy, and especially within the context of climate change.
Yeah. So again, the ministries that the Prime Minister would have placed in my portfolio, I will just go over them: Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Lands, and the blue economy. And again, where agriculture is concerned, food security is such an important thing. In fact, if I was just to think back of even when I was in school, even my teenage days, I always had a passion for farming. In fact, I farmed as a teenager. My father used to own a farm, and we did a lot of family farming. So again, being placed with this task and ensuring food security for our nation is going to be critical. I'm looking forward to working with the farmers. I'm looking forward to forming synergies with different ministries where we could really empower the people of Antigua and Barbuda. In fact, I want to thank the Governor General, for he as well would have suggested that between tourism and the Ministry of Agriculture, there's so much that we can do together. But where the blue economy is concerned, I'm extremely excited about the blue economy. Reason being, it's a new portfolio, relatively new portfolio still, and there's so much that as a country that we can tap into. I think we're surrounded by water, and the simplest way to explain the blue economy is everything water. So anything to do with the water, minerals, or coastline, it's going to be a task that I'm looking forward to. I know where the blue economy is concerned, there's so many grant funding that we could apply to around the world. In fact, if we look at one of the problems that we're having now, we could see the sargassum, the seaweed sargassum. And I intend to hit the ground running. I intend to make the people of Antigua and Barbuda proud. I intend to make the government proud, again, for placing the faith. Because it takes a lot when you think about it. The Prime Minister has taken a really big step in placing me as an independent candidate, as a Minister of Government. So I'm looking forward again to making the government proud, my constituents proud, and most importantly, the people of Antigua and Barbuda proud.
Minister Smith, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Congratulations again on being a history maker, and wish you all the best in your portfolios. 4 of them. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, so Anthony